Good morning. Last night we stayed at Rock Springs, and this morning we took a loop. It's called the Wild Horse Scenic Loop out of Rock Springs, and it was 191 to 14, and right now we're on 53. Takes us up high. This is an overview of Red Desert, and part of it you could see the Killpecker sand dunes. Way out in the distance is Boars Tusk. I think we'll probably see that tomorrow. It's really hazy, not quite sure the cause, and like I said, you really probably can't see it on this screen, but Boars Tusk is out there in the haze. We took that Wild Horse Canyon loop all the way from Rock Springs to Green River. It's a county road, 53. I think it's called White Mountain Road too. Beautiful views along the way. We did get to see some wild horses. Ended up in Green River, and then we went to lunch, did some other chores, headed back up that same road, and found a offshoot road. I want to show you what our view is tonight. We ended up at a site, and we're looking at Pilot Butte. All set up, and right now it's starting to sprinkle. Let's hope it doesn't rain a lot, because these roads get pretty nasty if they get wet. So I think that's going to be it for tonight. Rain might be chasing us in, but we got dinner coming up, and then just sit back and relax. Talk to you in the morning. Bye. Just waking up, and here's our first view of the day. Wow, this is great. I can't believe to wake up to something like this. Wild Horse, September 5th, 2025. Well, this was an absolutely amazing campsite. Not only was the view spectacular with Pilot Butte back there, but we saw the wild horses this morning. And that one male, he came right up, I would say 20 yards from us, checking us out. That was just exciting. But time to move on. So we're gonna pack up, and next it's gonna be other part of the Red Desert. We're gonna go check out Killpecker sand dunes and Boars Tusk. Let's take you along. So we got a number of stops on our list today. The first stop of the day is White Mountain Petroglyphs. And actually it was one I wasn't really aware of, but it popped up in the signs. We're gonna go check them out. There's so many amazing rock formations on this walk, along with the petroglyphs. So I'm going to take a guess that it's about a half-mile walk from the parking lot to get up to the petroglyphs. And the rock formation is pretty incredible. Petroglyphs are very interesting. But so it's all well worth the walk and the trip. So 1 mile round trip, I'm gonna guess, and whatever walking that you want to do around the rock face itself. So we're headed back. And we're gonna stop at, I think, Boars Tusk next. See you there. We made it to Boars Tusk. The composition of Boars Tusk and even the volcanic activity that formed it, it's all the same as Devil's Tower. So off in the distance from Boars Tusk, you could see quite a bit of Killpecker dunes. I'm not sure, but I think I might have read that they may only be 3 to 4 miles wide and 78 miles long. We made it to Killpecker Sand Dune ORV play area over a very, very, very rough road. It was a washboard enough to shake the fillings out of your teeth. But we got here and there's dunes galore. I'm not sure what it's like in the summertime here. There's not a whole lot of people here for the ORV part of it. There's some campers, big trailers, but I'll flip you around here so you can see the sand dunes. Good morning. We had a very pleasant, quiet night here at our campsite. We're right by White Mountain, and today we're going to head toward South Pass City. It's a historic town, and actually the whole town is part of the National Historic Registry. So, going to be a nice day of driving. Not too far away, maybe a few hours. We'll take you along. See you there. We made it to South Pass City. It's a National Register historic site. So right now we're going to wander through the city and let you see what we see. In 1867, gold was found in the Sweetwater River drainage. And then in 1868, South Pass City was established to support all these miners. Eventually it took underground mining to collect the gold. The Carissa mine was established and did well into the turn of the century of 1900, but eventually it proved to be unprofitable. A second attempt was made in the 1920s to collect this gold, and in 1929 all the funding ended due to the stock market crash. 1946, another attempt was made. It did not do that well, and in the late 1950s, the mill was closed. The Oregon Trail passed through here. They have a marker set up. So one of the earliest buildings of the town was turned into a museum, and they have old scales here. There is a assay office. They've got some of the equipment used to mine or even collect gold. Here's a small replica of a mining process. They kept the entry open to the Wolverine mine for just a little bit. This mine did not produce a substantial amount of gold. And come to the end of this little walk. This was the home and office of Esther Hobart Morris. She was the first woman justice of the peace in the world, and she also helped author the first equal suffrage law, December 10th, 1869. So just as an FYI, to get into the city itself, it's an $8 admission fee, $4 for Wyoming residents, and 17 and under are free.